We took on the boat?
Mm-hmm. I was just asking.
Monday rolls around, Dean and Hailey talk on air. Dad and daughter banter, got a show beyond compare. Stories about the mundane, but they light 'em up so bright. Laughing, shouting, teasing as they take us through the night. It's the boring life they say. But nothing's dull when Dean and Hailey's on display. From Disney trips to quirks to all the things they do. The boring life ain't boring when they bring it all to you. Dean's got a joke, Hailey rolls her fiery eyes, but deep down inside you know she laughs at his tries. Making fun of each other, yeah, it's their special art. A family full of sarcasm and a seriously big heart. Oh yeah, it's the boring life they say. But nothing's dull when Dean and Hailey's on display. Every Sunday evening they're lighting up your view. The boring life ain't boring when they bringing it all to you.
My God,
What?
it's too long.
I mean, hey, you got to give him time, bro. You got to give him time. Good day, Hailey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Oh, man, I might have been muted.
I think they would have said that.
No, I think it was muted.
It was not muted.
That was blinking. That means muted.
It's not muted.
I can hear you on Facebook.
Okay.
Told you. Mom would have told us.
Okay. I'm just saying. Could have been muted. Okay, so do you feel that it's convenient that you were, you got to work the job for a little bit, and now you're going to work there as a real job? Do you like that? Does that make you feel a little bit more at ease?
I guess.
I don't know. I'm just asking. I mean,
It's not like anything's changing. I just have to show up to work more than one day a week.
okay. That's sorry. What's up, Mike?
Hi.
Hi. That's your buddy, man.
I know.
You know, you guys shared a moment with the dogs.
That was so weird.
Anyways, so that's it. That's what tomorrow is. Tomorrow you start your job for real, for realsies. Okay, that was weird.
We're back.
Sorry about that.
Did anything even happen?
I'm getting in the shower.
Did we
First one of the
disappear?
year.
Yeah, I went to a black screen.
Oh,
Okay. I'm not too Hailey. It's just the hand slap on the chair. H-A-I.
yeah, you can't even spell my name
L-E-Y.
right.
She's real picky about this.
I'm not. I don't care.
That's such a lie.
I'm used to it.
And we're back. I know, right? It was your fault, Mike. I'm just saying. What's up, Brad?
I could smell his odors.
Hi, I caught another Hailey and Teen show. Thank you for joining us. It's okay. It's okay, Mike. It's
I
okay.
don't care. It's all the same to me.
It's all the same to you?
Yes.
There you go. Hailey.
Literally.
Hey, Hailey. How are you?
It's pronounced Hail.
Hell.
Haley.
Hell.
Haley.
Hellion. Hey, little hell. Lee. All right. So if that's the case, then let's move back to the ship. All right. Let's talk about the cruise. Because I feel
Okay.
like the cruise was,
Interesting.
yeah. It wasn't what I was hoping for. I had a good time. I mean, how could you not? But there were some moments of this cruise is going to be different. And I think it started right off the bat. Like right off the bat, so, you know, when you get on the boat, it's about lunchtime. So everyone's expecting to go to lunch. And so we go to the lunch line. There's absolutely nothing that I want. However,
Dad almost got into a fight.
there's food outside. So I went outside. I got the food I wanted. I came back in and I was walking to our table.
The tables are pretty close together.
Yeah.
And
It-
people have their seats out.
Yeah.
So it's like hard
they
to
don't
walk
care.
in.
So this lady was going for a seat and I was walking past the seat at the same time. Needless to say, my foot caught the edge of the seat and I accidentally tapped the seat, which apparently caused this lady to walk into the seat and hurt her knee, meaning it tapped her knee. Now, it couldn't have been that hard because I didn't break my
Well,
toe.
she said
You know, because I would have broke my toe if I would have broke her knee.
she first said that you hurt her knee, and then she said she almost fell over.
Yeah, a bunch
So
of
her
bunch of
story
nonsense.
wasn't really
No,
adding
she was being a Karen for sure. I was gonna say bitch, but either way. And so she said Jesus Christ. In a snarly way, like I wasn't supposed to hear it, like a Karen would say, you know, like, oh, Jesus Christ. And I was like, wasn't in the mood for that shit. The easiest way to say it. So I go, oh, I don't know if that calls for Jesus Christ because I'm the one that like hurt myself hitting my foot on her chair. I was like, and she goes, oh, well, you kicked the chair and it hit my knee and my knee is sore. And I go, oh, I'm sorry. My bad. But I still don't think it was a Jesus Christ moment.
Bro,
I was
you're in
pissed.
the moment.
I was reflecting how
living it.
I'm a good actor. I want to dramatize and get it out how pissed I was.
Yeah,
Because
he was pretty pissed. And
I-
then she kept going, and I said, "Are you okay or not?" And she said, "I'm fine. It just hurt." I said, "Well, he said he was sorry. Move on."
and Hailey knows that diffusing this situation was probably the best because once the switch is
And then
flicked,
mom is like, "Dean, sit down. Dean, sit down." And as soon as you sit down, she starts yelling at the lady. I'm like, "What the heck?" And Amy's like, "Keep going, keep going." I'm like, oh my God.
so
and then-
needless to say,
And then there was a guy that was sitting next to us at a different table.
Oh yeah, he's like
he was
"What's
laughing at
going
the
on?"
whole thing,
Yeah.
thinking it was so funny. And then there was Troy. I had no idea what was happening. I was just staring at the turkey leg. Where'd you get that turkey leg?
Yeah, I did get a turkey leg. It was pretty good. That's right. I forgot the turkey leg. Well, thank you, El Fuego. I'm glad you think that. A Karen on a cruise ship. Nah, it's not impossible. I know. So much drama.
It
Oh,
just
dude,
was-
it was. And the funny thing was, she's like, yeah, I have no idea, right? And there again, Haley's been in the car. I don't know what it is about old women, but old women always
She
feel like
wasn't
they.
even old. She was probably your age.
Nah, she was older than me. She was definitely older than me.
No, she wasn't.
She was in my mind. She will always be older than
Oh
me.
my god.
Point is, I don't know what it is about these women thinking like they want to come at me like I'm their husband or something, like they're gonna get vengeance on me, because that ain't gonna happen. Oh, I'm so vicious. Oh, you've been in the car.
His face gets red and his eyebrows go up.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh, because I'm ready to kill.
well, okay, so this is what happened. I was just eating my food at the table, and I had no idea what happened. And I heard,
honestly, I had no idea what happened either.
I was just eating, enjoying my life, and I hear Dad go, "Oh, this calls for Jesus Christ." And I look over and I see the face. I said, "Oh God!" I put my hand in my eyebrows.
It could be a little bit of both, John. I got to be honest with you.
Face in palm immediately.
Yeah.
And then she kept going, and Mom was like, Dean, sit down, sit down. And then Mom started yelling. I'm like,
Amy
oh my
was
God.
loving this moment. She's
Amy was laughing, and I
because
was
it's
just
normally
like,
her.
I was like, is this still happening? And that's when I was like, oh my God, are you dying? Are you okay? And she's like, I'm fine. It just hurt. And I said, well, you said sorry 3 times. Move on. It just was
Yeah.
so dumb. I'm like, you guys are children.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Of course,
dude,
then Troy
nothing
goes,
happened.
Troy goes, bro, we're gonna have to sit next to her for the whole cruise. And
I
I go,
never saw her once.
probably. I couldn't tell you what she looked like.
No, we never saw her.
I honestly had no idea what she looked like because she meant
Okay,
nothing to
But
me.
it's just like so stupid. Like, why are we? Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Like, this might sound, what's the word? Like, ooh, who are you? But like, I'm sorry, but when I look at our group, I don't think like we're the people to make a fight with.
Oh God, no.
Like, we have Troy, who's huge and is like 6'5", and then we have Amy, who's like 6'2".
well, you always look angry.
Yeah, I look mad all the time. Mom, I might pick a fight with her, not gonna lie. And then you, I wouldn't pick a fight with you. So it's like, walk away. It's not gonna end well for you, lady.
So the funny thing was I was trying very hard this
You're
trip.
making me laugh.
I'm sorry, I had that effect. I was trying very hard this trip to smile as much as possible. I was practicing.
You didn't do very good.
Not at that exact moment.
You didn't do good at Powell either.
Well, that was your fault.
No, it wasn't.
Totally your fault.
It wasn't my fault. I
Yes.
asked you what you were getting, and you started yelling at
No,
me.
you weren't respecting my time.
And then the waitress was trying to talk to you, and you just were completely ignoring her.
I had a camera to my face.
Okay,
I
your
can't-
lips don't work when your eyes are looking.
Dude,
That's stupid.
it's okay. So in the camera world, it's like if I'm holding a camera,
I
taking
can take
shot,
a picture and talk at the same time.
Well, you're
Photographers do it all
so
the time.
more skilled than I am.
Photographers literally
not
do
a
it all the time.
photographer.
Yes, you are.
No,
Oh my
I'm
god.
a trained assassin.
Whatever.
Anyways,
Whatever. And then it was good. You had a great time.
when you guys come on a cruise with us, we were actually talking about this weekend. Okay, and I was like, I think you guys would have a great time on the cruise. The consensus was your daughter said you guys are too cheap to come on the cruise, and I begged to differ because I was like, I don't think so. I don't think you could put a price on a weekend with the two of you. I'm constellation.
I'm hiding. I'm not here.
I was like, I think you guys would have a great time. I was fighting for you. They were. So I just want you
No, I said that they would have fun.
yeah.
Papa would have a good time.
Papa would have a great time. Mimi, I think, would just enjoy all the people.
Mimi would just be walking around the whole time.
No, I think she would just be
Mimi
walking around.
would not be
having a good time.
picking a fight with anyone.
No, I think
She wouldn't
would,
know what was
I
going
think it
on.
would be fantastic because she doesn't like to sit still. Not a rib, it's the truth. You know it.
It is.
And there's so much to walk around and do the whole time.
Yep.
You know, so I think she'd have a blast.
I think
She'd
so
come
too.
back and she'd be like, "Guess where I went?" I'd be like, "Do tell." You know?
Yeah.
So I think they would have a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Let's see the smile. It's not really a smile. It's just not mean. It's just
Who?
you know,
You don't smile.
Not on
What
call.
would you do when? Well, no.
Yeah, Brad's got it figured out. He just takes vacation for people, not with people. Yeah, he goes off to a cave on the beach. I haven't showed you that picture yet. You know what? Hold on.
You are getting invited. We've invited you before. We've told you to come on a cruise with us. This is our formal invitation. Do I need to send one in the mail?
Yes. Email.
I don't want a postage stamp. Sorry, too expensive.
That's hardcore. All right, hold on. We get past all these sneak peeks. Look at that.
You showed me this.
Did I show you this?
Yes.
Isn't that fantastic? He actually sent me the link too to where it's at. Of course, then he showed me all the secret stuff I'm not supposed to share with anybody. But anyways, speaking of turkey legs, are we on the verge of our favorite YouTube show of the year, Thanksgiving at the Beach with Dean and Hailey Grandma?
No.
So here's the deal. We're still on the fence on this one and whether it's going to happen because we will be on a boat that day. The hope is that we can pay for the deluxe internet for the day and do the show that way. So that's kind of my hope because it's only like $25-$30. So Fred says he's been able to do it before. So we're going with Fred on this one. But yeah, so in that case, it'll just be me, Hailey. We might drag Sue along, but she might be sleeping at that point. We don't know. But that's we'll as we get closer, that'll be the plan. That'll be the plan. So, all right, she got invited. We covered that. All right, so that was the first thing on the boat. And after that, quickly forgot about that because it was meaningless, but it was kind of funny just to reminisce about it right now. So then we went off in the first stages of the boat. You can go exploring. So naturally, you go down to the places in the boat that you can't go because it's all the kids' clubs to see how the kids are going to live. And that is really cool. The one thing that's different about this boat is they don't have as much cool stuff for me to take pictures of as like the other ones do. I think the Wish has that, like, because it's newer. I think that's where I got the Sorcerer Mickery Farm was the Wish. I did get some good pictures this weekend, ideas for future projects, but nothing like I did on the Wish. But we get to see all the cool lands that they have because they divide everything up. The Star Wars stuff is always so cool. Troy
Amy and I annihilated some kids.
Did you?
Yep.
How'd you annihilate? Oh, in
the Cars game?
Yeah. You had to like jump on the little.
Yes, annihilated them.
Yeah.
We lapped them twice.
I was a little late getting to that as expected.
And then, of course, we gloated in front of them.
Oh, yeah. You guys were like, and Troy goes, in my day, we used to let kids win. And I was like, wrong two people. These guys destroy everyone they go after. They don't rise to the top of their ranks by being nice to the little ones. Die, you little brat.
We even took the lame hippie van, bro.
Yeah, and you still beat them.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
They had race cars.
Yeah. So you guys crushing little kids. High five, lame. So yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. It was a high point for you. I'm glad.
It was fun.
It was funny. I did get good pictures of the bathroom doors. I know that sounds like a strange one, but the kids' bathrooms. Did you see the toilets? No. They were like a foot off the ground. Like low to the ground?
Yes, a foot off the ground.
Well, yeah, but all the toilets are low to the ground on the boat. They're lower to the boat, lower to the floor?
If you think of a foot off the ground.
Are we talking about the toilet seat itself, right? Okay. I'm just making sure. I gotcha. That's all right. So the $1 million question is, how does Dean deal with pool chair hoarders getting up at 5 a.m.
They don't do that.
Their towels? Oh, okay. See, I don't have to worry about that because I don't go to the pool. Actually, on this trip, we're fast forwarding ahead. We went to the beach, and that they went to the beach. I never set foot on the sand. I rented a bike. I rode all over the island. They have all these bike trails you can go on.
I did it with you.
I was getting to that. Slow down. Haley went with me. Somebody stole her bike when she parked it, which was not nice.
So rude.
Which means she got to ride the tram back.
I was looking forward to riding my bike back.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, that allowed me to ride back by myself and get on the boat earlier because I don't know how to tell time.
But to answer that question, Fred's question,
yes,
they have a lot of employees like monitoring the pool areas, and if they see that you're that your stuff, or you have chairs that have been there for 30 minutes with no sign of human
They
population.
move it.
Yeah.
Oh.
They take your stuff to Lost and Found.
Wow. But what we did do that day, which we'll go back to so Sue doesn't feel like, we forgot about that. We had some snacks because the food on the beach for me was terrible. Apparently it was okay for
We're
everybody
skipping
else.
like 3 days.
Well, no. This was we'll go back.
Okay.
But what I was just going to say, the beach chair experience, just to fill Fred in, was you and I went on the aqueduct.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's the water slide.
Yes. And then we went into the pools for the first time. I've never been. Have you ever been in the pools before?
No.
I've never been in any of the pools. All these, they've been on it way more than I. So we went into the shallow pool. I slipped and almost killed myself because I went the right way. I thought I'll be the adult and go down the steps, not realizing the steps were like slimy as shit. So I fell right on my butt, and the coast,
I look up at the lifeguard, and this is him.
He goes, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And so then
You almost fell twice.
I know. It was like, Jesus Christ. So that was a Jesus Christ moment. So, and then we went in, there's a deeper pool. So we got out of the 2-foot pool. We went in the deeper pool.
I don't know if I really enjoyed myself. They were uncomfortably warm for my liking.
Yeah.
And it just made me think that people were like peeing in the pool. So I was not having a good time.
I was having a great time. We were watching.
My eyes were closed the whole time because
it was very bright. She doesn't like sunglasses.
I got chlorine in my eyes, and then the sun was so bright, and I have sensitive eyeballs.
It's the blue eyes.
It is.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to say that.
No, it is.
So I had my eyes closed, and I was hanging on to you the whole time.
Yeah. So then we went into the aqueduct again, and then we went upstairs to the adults only rain pool.
Satellite Falls.
Yes, and
it's like at the kids like splash pads. You know how they have those like tall umbrellas with the the rain falling down. Yeah. Well, they have one of. Shut up.
Nothing.
They have one of those, and it has like a bench seat, and it's so nice on both sides. So you can like sit in the shade under the rain, or you could sit outside the rain.
It was nice. We stayed in there for like an hour.
Yes, but it was so cold. Okay, the water wasn't cold. The water was nice, but
wasn't piss warm.
No, but then if your body wasn't in the water, it was so cold.
Because it was up higher on the boat.
Oh, it was a hard life. And then, oh my God, and then the patio.
The patio was fire. Dude, that was the lava game right there, the patio.
Oh my God, we look like idiots.
Oh my God, that was the best. That is so hot.
It was probably like 8 feet from where you take your shoes off to the side entrance.
Yeah.
And it's like the 8 feet of torture where you're like
the
walking
floor
on
is
hot
lava.
stones.
The floor is lava.
And so you do that stupid like
yeah.
And like whole people are in your way. Oh my God, so bad.
So that was an exciting time because we actually took advantage of the water things in a pool and pools, which we never do. Mm-hmm. So I had a good time with that. Circling back around to the first day. So obviously getting accosted by Karen, and then you guys beating up the little kids. We moved on, and they have a launch party at 4:00 when the boat's supposed to take off.
You missed a muster drill.
Oh, well, the muster drill is no fun. That's just a muster drill. Everyone has to do it. It's like sitting on the airplane getting told that if the plane crashes, you're going to die.
Grab comfortable shoes, warm clothes, all your medication, and make your way safely and quietly to your muster station.
So this was the funny thing when they say all your medication. So most medication.
Who's taking their medication?
Well, not just that, but it's like they're pills, right? And you go into the ocean.
Yeah.
And there's a chance they're gonna get wet.
Yes.
So what is the point?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But then they're like, if your kids are in the kids club, leave them.
Yeah,
we'll bring them to you. If not, you'll meet them down there. Try telling that to a freaking out parent. Yeah, right.
Good luck. Good luck, Johnny.
I'll be first on the boat because they're going to get their kids.
Yeah.
Bye.
So anyways, launch party happens. I like to go to the front of the boat instead of going to the launch party. And so I was chilling out at the front of the boat. Nothing was happening. Everyone was waiting and nothing was happening. And then everyone was waiting some more. Nothing was happening. Then you guys texted me and you're like, hey, we're going to go do a
Brain teasers.
Brain teasers, which I suck at brain teasers, but I said sure. So we went downstairs. Thank God Troy was there. Go Troy, go.
Troy and Amy are pretty good at it.
They're really good
I
at it.
can get like maybe 2 or 3 out of 20.
I got like 2 the whole trip. And I was super stoked that I got those 2. And that's why I took the medallion when we won. But then we did the tiebreaker, and the other team only wanted 3. And she goes,
Yeah.
"You guys want this one?" I go, "Hell yeah!"
Technically, we won all 3 brain teasers.
Yeah.
So we won the first one, got a medallion. Goofy. That one's rare. And then we went to another one, brain teasers, and it was a tie. And they do like stupid questions. And the question was how tall in inches or something is King Tut's coffin?
How many pounds?
Oh, how many pounds is King Tut's coffin? But we were thinking it was a brain teaser, so we were like confused because she didn't clarify
Yeah.
that it was like an actual question. So we kind of just like messed up, but she still gave us a medallion.
Which I took.
And then the third brain teasers last night, it was adults, and when it's adults, they usually give like good prizes.
Yeah.
And it was Disney Cruise Line hats. And I said, Troy, we need those hats. Get us those hats. So
I did the best thing possible. I excused myself because I was going to be useless.
we won the hats.
We won the hats.
There was
They won the hats. I took the hat.
There was 2 questions that I actually helped with. One of them was, now I forget.
It's okay. man.
Oh, one of them was how many a man is in the Navy and how many he's a parachute person.
Oh yeah. How many?
How many successful jumps does the person have to do to graduate? And Troy was like, 1. I said, all of them. He was like, oh my God. He was also a little wasted. And I said, you have to hit all of them or you're gonna. He goes, oh, that would be a funny story. And so then the other one, they were all kind of stumped, but I got it. A man goes camping and there was something with a head and a tail in his pocket.
Yeah.
And it moved around with him, but he was calm and quiet and didn't care.
What was
it?
Yeah.
It was a coin.
Oh.
He had a coin in
He
his
had a coin in
pocket.
his pocket.
I felt pretty smart for getting that one.
Yeah, that one my brain just doesn't work that way. So, but no, good job. You guys won the hats, so I got
We
a hat.
won the
I was pretty
hats.
excited.
Nice hats.
They are nice hats.
And they fit on Troy's bison head. That's what he calls it.
I know.
It's not offensive.
Sure.
He's got a big head.
So the boat ends up not taking off until
Dude.
like 1 a.m.
Dude, it's so bad.
or 8 late
it
at
was
night.
like 10 or 11.
Could have been the
But-
next day. I don't know. It was late.
No, it was because I was in bed. And
Yes.
it was like 11:30 when I went
Yes.
to bed. And I felt...
Because I was in the movie theater watching the last half of Thunderbolts. I never got to catch the beginning of Thunderbolts,
Yeah.
but I did catch the ending.
I was watching Emperor's New Groove in the room.
And Mom goes to me. Now, keep in mind, we have a balcony in the room. And Mom goes to me, "Hey, are we moving?" I'm in a movie theater. It's pitch black. I'm like, I don't, like, look out the window in the room that you're in.
I thought you were still out on deck 4, dummy.
This still doesn't change the story.
Deck
We
4.
still have a
I said I
balcony.
was watching a movie, so there'd be no way to be out on deck 4 watching a movie.
Not deck 4, deck 11.
Okay, let's get our stories straight. Let's really think about what you were. It's not.
You
a brain
sound like a
teaser.
Karen,
Yeah,
mixing
no
up
doubt.
your stories,
Yeah,
bro.
just getting confused. It's because she's old. Anyways,
Me and Mom went and saw Aladdin that night, and we met a family in front of us, and they were like, this is our first cruise. Is this normal? And I was like, what are you asking? She was like, is this normal that we haven't left yet? I said, absolutely not. We should have left at like 4:30. Latest we've ever left was like 6,
yeah.
like in the middle of dinner. And I'm like, and she was like, is something wrong? And I said, they were doing some regular maintenance. Apparently there was a little fire in one of the kitchens, and the smoke alarm, like they couldn't turn the smoke alarm off, so they had to get the Coast Guard guy. Oh, well, no, that was fixed. They also had the Coast Guard's people, Coast Guard
Sure.
employee. I don't
Yeah.
know. They had the Coast Guard on the ship because they had to do regular maintenance because they're going across the Atlantic to Europe tomorrow.
Yep.
So they had to make sure the ship was in good condition.
Sounds good to me. Either way, we got off late.
soon as we take off, bright star, level 4, bright star,
Oh yeah,
level 4.
there was an accident on one of the floors. Not sure what happened, but there was. So I'm in the Facebook group, and I maybe you don't know this,
Amy's
but
not in the Facebook group though.
she got blocked. So I guess a lot of people don't know this, but they literally tell us in the announcements that we have to pick up the pilot because there's a pilot that comes onto the boat to steer us out of the docks,
The harbor.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then the pilot leaves the boat onto their boat.
Yeah.
And there were people on Facebook like taking pictures thinking that the reason that we were getting into a crash because there was a boat coming at the ship. They didn't know it was the pilot, obviously. I was like, oh my God.
Hey man, there's a lot of virgins on the ship. That's all it was.
Honestly, there was a lot of new people, it felt like.
Yeah.
Rocket launch.
Oh my
yeah.
God, yeah.
Because we were late. SpaceX or one of the people was launching a rocket
Yeah, that was so cool.
because it's right there by Kennedy Space Center.
hmm And so we had perfect view of the rocket.
Yeah. I wonder if that kid that goes, oh my God, because the SpaceX landing platform is parked at the same
Oh, he
area.
was definitely watching.
And so we're walking past him and he just literally freaks out. Oh my God! And then runs over there to look at this char black thing that you see in all the pictures when the rocket lands on it out in the ocean, which was kind of funny. So then hopefully you got to see the rocket launch.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It means like a big firecracker just going up into the sky. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
got to eat pizza and watch a rocket. It's pretty fun.
I mean, life moment. Boom. Give it to me. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
So the first night we had we had first dinner, and at first dinner, okay,
Yeah.
how do I start this story? Okay,
I don't
so
know.
me and Dad were like cruising around, looking around at all the stuff, and you can look at the menu before you go to dinner. And so I was looking at the menu and I was like, oh wow, this menu is actually like pretty good. They had like a California sushi roll.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what else, but it looked pretty good. So
Apparently
I
the
was like,
sushi roll was somewhere because I saw guys walking around with it on a plate. But it
Oh.
wasn't at dinner. So I'm
Oh.
guessing it went to lunch.
maybe. But I was like kind of excited for dinner because usually dinner is not my favorite thing to do.
No, it sucks.
And then we get to dinner.
For me.
We
Everyone
get
else
to
loves it.
dinner and the menu on our phone was different again. It was a different menu. And then we got the paper menus and that one was even different. Like even more different.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is going on? And Amy was like, what happened to the menu? And our server was like, this is a menu. This is a menu for tonight.
So the first night our server was
Yeah,
not having a good night.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Sorry.
So-
Jumping ahead.
So
My bad.
normally at dinner, they're
Yeah.
like, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm from so-and-so. I'll be your server for the trip. You know.
Basically, like, can I see your
Yeah.
butt, please? I want to kiss it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so we didn't even know who our server was. And then he just
It
like,
was very high pitched voice like this.
yeah, he sounded like the guy from Madagascar. You know, King Julian's obsessive Mort.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It sounded like Mort from
Yeah.
okay, Mort.
And so
Hi, King Julian.
yeah,
Can I
He-
be your friend?
he just like
I want to
pops
touch your feet.
he pops up behind Dad and he goes, hello, what can I get for you? And I was like,
Creepy.
oh. I was like, who are you? And so then Dad is like telling him his order. And I think that they had changed the menu like last minute because he
Yeah,
had
I
like no
think-
idea what
I
we
think
were
that's
saying.
what screwed everybody up, man.
He had no idea what we were saying. And he kept having to like look at the menu like when we were talking to him. And he wrote everything down, but he still like
He was
messed
having
up
a bad night.
messed up a lot of the stuff, and it was just like really awkward and uncomfortable because he would put like something in front of Dad that was Mom's and then something in front of me that was not mine at all. And of course I'm just like I'm a people pleaser, and so I was just like, leave it. They were trying to like move it while he was standing there, and I'm like, oh my God, can you just please leave it until he leaves and then we can switch. I'm like, that's so he's obviously not having a good night, but it was awkward. And then
Yeah.
we ended up saying something. So we have everyone has a head server,
Fake news.
a head server, a server, and an assistant server. So the assistant server does like the drinks and all the bread and stuff.
Good guy. Never had a problem. He didn't miss a beat.
His name was Siddhartha. He was cool.
From Mexico.
Yeah. And then our server was Carlos
From
from
Peru.
No?
Yeah, he was from Peru.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was. Trust me. Don't argue. I know. He was from Peru.
Guys.
Okay. And then we had Crash. He was our head server. He's probably one
Which
of
his
the
real name is Kashmir.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the head server kind of just like go. He's
You
like
know
the
where he was from?
No, I don't remember. Do you?
Yeah, he's from one of the Baltic states.
Oh, I
Do you
don't-
remember where he was from? Yeah,
I
Sue?
don't.
He was really cool.
He wasn't. He's not Indian. He's very touch of Russian. Anyways,
Hold on.
really nice guy.
Let's see if I can see it in the video.
Oh,
Oh my God, there's like.
anyways, let's just fast forward ahead here. So Amy wasn't happy that the meal didn't go well. Everyone was kind of like, not just Amy. Everyone it was not the normal. Yeah, it's right there.
Frick.
Speaking of Amy.
Is she on?
Never. So Amy had a conversation with her hostess. Needless to say, some heads got smacked and
Yeah.
shit got taken care of.
Okay, well, our head server is usually
He was
like
always on
such a
point.
dud,
No,
and it's like such a waste. Like he's like the manager of
lots of
the
people.
server and the assistant server.
Yeah.
But he has like 20, 30 tables. So there's like the head server is like the little manager of these servers.
Bulgaria.
That's it, Bulgaria. Thank you. I was Rolodexing.
Normally they like don't even talk to us, or they're like, hey, if you need anything, just
Great
let us
hair.
know. But he was so nice. He was so cool.
Yeah.
He talked to us every night, and he like apologized and was like so confused and was very nice and helpful.
Put it.
I liked him.
The nice thing was, is by the second night, everything had done 180. Everyone was on point. Everyone was great. The best part was one of the other managers, like Kashmir, Ronald from India, had
he was a
gotten in the
little-
way of. So he comes over the table to apologize to Amy and try to kiss some butt, and they were talking about India, and because Amy had spent a couple weeks in India or a month in India over, anyways, and they pointed to me because I work with Paul. He's Indian. We all like Indian food. And they go, "Oh, you like Indian food?" I was like, "Yes." And he goes, "Oh, do you want curry?" And I was like, "God, yes, please." So the next night, I had curry. Oh my God, it was one of the best meals I've ever had on the boat. Apparently, they serve it every night. They just serve it to the staff because
It's staff food.
it's staff food. And I was like, "Well, I will eat with the staff. Show me to their kitchen. I will dine with them."
It smelled good.
It tasted fantastic. So now I know that I can just order curry every night, and I will be happy. Because the food that they make for us white folks sucks. For me, everybody else, good time.
Well, I got okay. So
You're my kid. It's
so
understandable.
the second night, that's where we had the fancy
What's
food.
up, Fernandez?
And when I say fancy food, it was like escargot and stuff. Not my thing.
Put an S on the top, and you can watch
and
the escargot.
Oh my God, you're so annoying. And so I ordered soup, salad, and a baked potato.
Yeah, they didn't like
And-
that.
He looked at me. Carlos looked at me like I was crazy, and then he looked at Mom like, "Is that okay?" And I'm like, "What's?"
Well, you're 13, bro.
Well, then I said to Mom after, I said, "Why did he look at you for approval? I just want a baked potato." And she was like, "They know our age.
Hey, man.
They get a brief on us."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, just give me a freaking baked potato. Stop making me feel bad." And
See, I fixed it because I ordered the chicken with baked potato, but I didn't really want the chicken. So
what? Yeah, he goes, "I just want a little protein." I'm like, "Frick the protein. That stuff is dry.
it was.
I'm getting a baked potato and putting butter on it." And it was delicious.
I had one too. It was good.
And that night, Amy, you guys all surprised me with a ice cream sundae.
Oh yeah, the
It was
gelato
in a mini pants, mini legs, mini.
sitting on your desk.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And it was okay. I couldn't tell if it was cookie dough or cookies and cream gelato.
Cookies and cream.
Okay, it was cookies and cream gelato, birthday cake gelato, and strawberry gelato. And then it was covered in like sprinkles and Oreos and marshmallows. Oh, it was so good.
It was very
You could
good.
get 3 ice creams and 5 toppings.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah. Yes, it was. The birthday cake was really
That
good.
was so good.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. That was nice. They sang me a little graduation song. I laughed
Was
because
it congratulations?
it was congratulations on graduation. Congratulations to you. So it was happy birthday, but they changed it to congratulations.
Hey, whatever
And
works.
Crash was like, I looked at Crash and said, that was good. He goes, yes, we made that song just for you. And he like high-fived me and everything. It was funny.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
She
And
loves
then
the wine.
yeah, Prosecco. We got Prosecco at the table. That was not my thing. Troy and Amy were loving it.
Yep.
And then that we got little
Did
gifts.
you hear Amy call out Troy?
No,
So he always gets the bonbons for the neighbor,
the truffles.
the truffles.
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
And then he was like, that one was pretty good tonight.
Yeah. They got some pretty good Prosecco on this ship.
She's like, dude.
That's the gift you can get. You go, ooh, we might have to change that up a bit. It was so funny. And so yeah, that was it. And then we got little gifts from Carlos. He made us gifts. He made all the girls in his party
All the flowers.
like roses out of like special like tissue. It was kind of like tissue. You know those them streamers that people use
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It was like made out of that. And then back home he makes these little llamas.
Yeah. Not a real llama hair.
Yeah, and he made all
That's
all
what he
the
did
guests.
during COVID.
Yeah, he made
Yeah.
all of his guests little llama keychains. That was really nice.
He goes, the llamas are from Peru. The keychain. I go, from China? He goes, yes.
From China.
From China.
But yeah, that was nice. of
Yeah,
him.
I mean, I felt bad for the guy because he clearly had a bad night.
Yeah.
But-
he was dripping in
Oh
sweat. I
God,
felt
he
so
was
bad for him.
so working it.
And
man.
the tables are so tight. And he was a bigger guy. Not
Yeah.
like
Not like big, but no.
and he like couldn't fit between the tables and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm not skinny. And he was just running around. Yeah. But
And then him and when they were dancing,
oh yeah, he was trying to do
and they were
So-
trying to lift each other up into the sky and do the whole spinning thing.
one of the restaurants is called Animator's Palette. But it's like sponsored by Crush from Finding Nemo. It doesn't make sense to me. And so there's like a
Bye,
part
Larry.
Bye. There's a part where Crush does some like song and dance and the servers go around
Ugh.
swimming. And so he was having a good time.
Yeah, kids were loving it. That crush was
Yeah.
terrible.
So bad. I
Yeah.
don't know what the heck.
Cha.
That voice is so
Cha.
bad. It sounded
Ugh.
like he smoked 12 cigarettes a day
Yeah, that was bad.
and had some weird accent. I don't know. But I don't know. I had a good time. We did like different things.
Yeah.
Like the last night we didn't go to the show,
No.
which was different.
Yeah, we went. But there was a band,
Oh yeah, there was a band called Cruise Control on the
and
show.
we went there both nights. Cha dudes, right? Yeah, it's terrible.
Um,
So bad. The band was really good. So we watched.
They did 2000s, 21st century, 90s, and then they did rock and roll.
Rock and roll was really good. Last night was really good.
Some of the songs I was like, oh.
Well, they're British, so there was some
I
British
know.
rock and roll in there. There was like,
The one guy wasn't British.
which guy?
The guy with the mohawk. Or not the mohawk, the afro.
He was definitely. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
He was British?
Yeah.
No way.
When you hear him talk, he was clearly.
He sounded like he was Spanish. Like from a Spanish country.
Okay, maybe.
There was no way he was
Either way, he was.
not from America, but he was definitely not from the UK.
Either way,
No
he had a good
freaking
voice.
way.
They both had good voices. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So we got to do that.
He sounded like he could be I realized he sounded like he could be a part of the Foo Fighters.
He did a good imitation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't spot on, but it was pretty
It was
good.
pretty close.
Yeah, it was good enough. It was good enough for bar music. So they had a good time. That was fun. Got to watch that.
He was into it, man.
Yeah, they didn't have the pasta salad
Dude, frick them.
on the island like they're
No,
supposed to.
they didn't. I think they got rid of it. They don't have it anymore
Really?
because Amy said they didn't have it on their Marvel cruise either, and she didn't tell me. I'm like, why wouldn't you tell me? She goes, she goes, I don't know. She goes, I didn't want to like be negative, and I go, I'd rather them not have, or you tell me they not have it and then them have it and be surprised. But I'd rather know before. I could have stayed. We could have done the bike ride and left. We could have got shepherd's pie and calamari and rice and ham and cheese macaroni. Oh, so sad.
Damn, bro.
They did have new chicken sandwiches. Pretty good.
Yeah, you said those were pretty good.
But they needed ranch.
Yeah. So sad.
So sad.
How was the ice cream on this trip for you?
I only got one soft serve ice cream cone.
Really?
Really, it was on the island.
Oh.
I sent the guy into a panic because I went to get my ice cream cone and a screw.
Shepherd's pie.
Yeah, so good. A screw fell out of the ice cream machine, like not where the ice cream was, off of the machine, and so it fell into the sand. And I picked it up, and I was like, "Hey, this fell out of the ice cream machine." And he was like, "Oh, what? Where did you get this?" And I go, "This hole right here, it fell out." He's like, "Oh, okay, thank you." He thought it came out of the ice cream, and he thought they were gonna have to drain the whole ice cream machine.
They had shepherd's pie. It was good.
It looked
real
good.
Who had the pie? Didn't Amy have some?
Amy did.
Yeah.
She said it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So,
looked delicious.
So they do these things called churro waffles.
Churro Mickey waffles.
Churro Mickey waffles, so the little Mickey waffles, and they're covered in churro stuff. They're like
They make Mickey waffles and then they fry them in like cinnamon sugar.
it's fantastic. It's
So
definitely
good.
one of the best things on the ship. However, they only do it for breakfast, and I can't eat sugary things for breakfast. But I made an exception only to be like in pain for the rest of the day. It sucked. It's like, damn it. So next trip, I'll be taking a bag or Tupperware bowl, putting them in there and saving for later in the day. You know, have them for dessert later that night. Totally sucked. Fred and I had it in a basement bar in Hong Kong. Amazing. Really?
I think me and Clarissa make a pretty good shepherd's pie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I got my share of boiled shrimp. Yes, you did. They had crab claws too, man. That was there again, not my thing, but somebody was probably pretty happy.
I got pizza, chicken tenders, french fries, and white rice.
They do have unlimited French
so
fries,
good.
Brad, but they're the
Dude,
McDonald's style fries.
Those french fries were so good.
They were pretty good.
I don't know what, but like I needed french fries every day. I got french fries every day. I don't ever do that. But they were like Troy said, they hit.
They did. And you could put as much, they had salt packets,
Mhm.
so you could put the right amount of salt on them.
I would get a little thing of ranch.
And yes, you could get ranch.
And dip them in the french fries. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Apparently, dude, they were so good. I'm sorry.
Hola.
She got fries every day.
Yeah.
Until like 11. So amazing.
Yeah. See, so for me, there again, I know I'm not as fun as everyone else, but they have these little Greek
No, I don't
roll
want that.
ups. It's just all vegetables. I don't know why, but they taste so fantastic to me. It's like, so I had those I went outside and got those, and then I had them again. I think I may have had them every day. Not the second day, because the second day we went to Paulo.
You were like raging about the fruit.
I had fruit. It was good.
Okay, so let's talk about Paulo.
Let's
brunch.
talk about Paulo.
Okay, so Paulo brunch is like you have to make
Formal.
reservations. It's like they have Paulo brunch and Paulo dinner. Dinner, not the best. Brunch.
Brunch
so
seems pretty good.
Oh my god. So the menu starts out with
You gotta pay for this, by the way, unless you're
platinum, which next time.
yeah, because I got the bill for Paulo.
Yeah. So thank you. So you start
All I have
out.
to say is, damn.
Everyone gets a drink. So it's either a mimosa or a Bellini, a non-alcoholic Bellini.
Sure.
I thought that was good. It was like sparkling grape juice with like peach juice. I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought it was delish.
Yeah.
And then there's antipasta, two antipasta
Platters.
antipasta platters that you could choose
I
from.
don't know why they call them that. It's just a meat tray. Why don't they just call them a
Because
meat tray?
there's no pasta.
I know, but who cares?
I
Just
don't
call them
know.
a meat tray. I don't know. Well, roll it down there, Tuffy. Yeah, those wraps. And
Yeah.
yes. Exactly. Jesus Christ. Yes, he made these. They're from Greece.
So the antipasta salads, and then there's a whole egg section where it's like frittatas or omelets. I skipped that.
I got an omelet.
Mom got
So good.
Mom got a ham and cheese egg frittata.
Frittata.
That's the word, frittata.
So they got the pizza.
I got a pizza.
Troy got a pizza. Amy got a pizza. The pizza was good.
Amy gets
a custom pizza
oh my
with
god.
grapes.
Yeah, grape and gorgonzola pizza. It's like off menu. Me and Troy
Which was
both,
okay. Troy's was better.
Me and Troy both got the spicy Italian pizza. That was so good.
And I got some of his, so I put my eggs on that.
Mm-hmm.
Egg pizza, best.
And then you got celery soup.
Yeah. Oh, the celery soup was so good.
I got apple cinnamon waffle. So good. My God.
I should have got the blueberry waffles.
Let me show you. I have pictures of everything.
Oh, do you?
Of course I do. Here is the apple cinnamon waffle. The chunks are cinnamon apples.
Yeah,
so
it was funny
good.
how she dressed it up for you.
Yes, so good. This was the pizza. It was half. So this side was half spicy Italian, and this half was margarita pizza. So
Very good.
Oh, this is the best. This is chicken parmesan on a bed of creamy risotto.
That was really good
So
too.
freaking.
I got the snapper, right? I think I got the
Yes,
snapper.
you did.
There was way better. So I had it the first night, which was disgusting. It was not good. Very rubbery. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got it the next day, hoping that if I'm paying this much money, it was going to be fantastic. And it was. It was fantastic.
And they also bring out bread and pastry plates.
Yeah.
And they have these really good almond powdered sugar croissants.
Yeah.
And they have
Not best idea to wear black that day.
a chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, I had powdered sugar all over me.
They had blueberry muffins.
Oh, yes.
We're not there yet, Troy.
Yes,
And then they had like, what would you call that? It's not really a muffin, but the thing with Nutella in it.
The Nutella muffin, yeah.
Doesn't
I
really
mean, but
seem
it looks like
muffin.
a sticky bun.
Yeah.
Looks like
It's
a
like-
miniature sticky bun, but
Yeah.
it's filled with Nutella.
So they bring that out.
Next
that
time,
it?
bro. I didn't have it. Next time.
Yeah, it was really good.
I didn't want to waste calories on that. Troy kept
It's like
talking
a
up the
Danish
sticky bun.
muffin.
Yeah.
So,
And then
he
there's-
did not disappoint.
There's dessert, and Troy and Dad got the sticky bun, the cinnamon sticky bun.
And it was nice too because it was the right balance between like I was talking about when you get the one at the mall,
Yeah, it's like not too sweet.
you know, just like immediately the sugar like gives you a headache. But this was perfect.
Mom, what did you get?
The chocolate. Was it like souffle?
I don't know.
Was it ice cream?
I was kind of full. Well, I was like full, but if I would have eaten a dessert, I would have been like not feeling good. So I got a scoop of vanilla bean gelato and a scoop of hazelnut gelato. Delicious.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hit the spot. It was pretty good. And
Yeah,
then
they were small scoops too, so that was
and then they brought me out a little plate. So nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
But yeah, in our server, so nice.
And I did have the souffle one night at the table, the dessert souffle, and that was really good.
Yeah.
That I ate the whole thing because most of the time I wasn't eating everything.
Oh,
because
here.
It wasn't that good.
Here was
this-
the
yeah,
ice cream in Minnie's butt.
And the celery soup was like so good.
Yeah,
Man,
you
it
were
was-
enjoying your
I
life.
was, and then of course Troy was like, "Save the pizza crust, aka pizza bones.
You gotta
dip-
save the bones.
Gotta save the bones to dip into your soup." And he was correct. I mean, who doesn't like? Yeah, so it's like little Joy's little breadsticks from pizza, which is so much better.
Yeah, that was a good day, and we were there for like 3 hours. Amy was like, "Oh my God, there's like people have been here and left before, like after we sat down and before we left." It's funny. I go, "They're not taking advantage of the good stuff." Hey, you too, Hailey. I'm not going to be my usual butthead self to you tonight because you got hours to put in and bills to pay. Yes, you're right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, yeah. First day tomorrow.
And then, yeah, so that was really good. We then did a reverse Uno card, and I decorated for Troy's 50th birthday in
their
his room, and they decorated for my graduation in my room. So that was kind of funny. I have to show this because I think it's funny. So at Animator's Palette, you know how we were talking about pasta presets last week and
What
how
are pasta presets?
hold on, and how Amy is like obsessed with them. So pasta presets are like a ravioli with like honestly
More of a tortellini.
it's a ravioli but a tortellini.
But you know what it reminded me of? You know what's the Chinese thing that comes in the?
It's like a pasta pocket.
Yeah, I know.
The
But
cow buns?
no. The soup.
Dumplings.
Dumpling.
Dumpling.
Well, yeah, but yeah. Anyways, it's more like a dumpling.
Yeah.
in my
So
mind.
it has like a creamy truffle like ricotta or something. I don't know. But Amy loves them. So Crash hooked her up and brought her dinner was just pasta presets. It's usually they give you four as an appetizer, but she wanted
like 3 appetizers.
yeah. So he brought her that for dinner.
And I gave her my pasta. I tried the pasta presets because I was like,
I also tried one.
I gotta try them, and they weren't my speed.
They're just
so-
a lot.
I don't know. It just wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah. And then one of the last day, me and Dad and Mom went around and took graduation pictures. That was nice.
Yeah. Don't have any of those yet because we used the big camera.
Yeah.
Hailey's wearing her thing, which is in the beginning here. You can see she's wearing her whole. Yep. That was the photo. And this lady walks by and says, "Oh, your congratulations on graduation. Are you graduating high school?" And I'm laughing hysterically. And of course,
And Mom goes, "No, college." I'm like, "Oh my God, she's gonna think it's probably undergrad now." And then she was like, "Oh, what are you graduating with?" I said, "My master's in counseling." And she was like, "Oh, wow." I go, "Yeah."
Yes, wontons. Thank you. Yes, they look like wontons. Presets look like wontons. It's like the Italian version of a wonton.
It's a percet is a type of pasta.
I understand, but so is a wonton.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Either way, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like doesn't
Tampon.
taste like a
What?
wonton though. Wontons are so good. And did I mention I had curry with rice? It's
You
funny
did.
too. They didn't have naan. They don't do naan. They do a folded tortilla.
Hey, I'm okay with the tortilla.
No, it wasn't bad.
A
It was
warm
just
tortilla
just
kinda
funny
hits.
because you're like, is that
Yeah.
a tortilla?
Yeah, it was funny.
But I was so happy to eat that. I was like, this is the best. Like I was happy that night with the food.
Dad
finally.
also. Oh, you already said that. Never mind. I was
Although
gonna.
I will say, if I'm going to order it again, nothing else am I eating.
Yeah.
Maybe a salad. But
Here's the rocket.
yeah, wow, it's a spot in the sky. Good shot.
If I made it live, so if you move it, you can see it moving.
It's not moving.
Yes, it was. I'm just moving, so I'm shaking.
So shaky, slow.
Yes.
It
It was cool, and then it just like disappears.
Yep, into the clouds.
Yeah.
Yep. And so then this morning we got up at 6, got off the boat, got home, took a nap, which is kind of like the plan for the rest of the night. Post the podcast.
Yeah.
And go to bed.
It was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Had a good time. Mickey on the door was pretty exciting. Definitely. I think the only door that was cooler than ours was the guy that made all the Mickey and Minnie out of wood.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That guy did a really cool job. I thought that was impressive.
There were these two older couples that were so cute. So cute.
Yeah.
The one that was on the slide,
Yeah.
and then the one that was sitting next to you when you took a nap and I met you. They were sitting there
Oh, yeah.
with the iPad, and she was reading her Kindle
Oh, yeah.
on the walkway. They were there for like 3-4 hours.
I forgot about that nap.
Yeah. And that's when I came in.
That's when I figured out how to wear those kicker earbuds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
'cause they sucked until then.
So this ship has a walking path, but they also have lounges that you can just sit and watch the ocean. And they sat there for like 3 or 4 hours. The husband was watching TV on his iPad, and then the wife was reading her Kindle.
Mhm.
They were there forever. He had an inaugural fantasy hat, so he was on the first trip of the fantasy in 2012.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were
So-
platinum.
So we made birthday hats for Brad and Amy's.
Brad?
Mickeys. I'm sorry, Brad. I
Yeah,
just
you
read
read-
Brad. Anyways, we made birthday hats for Amy
I'll
and
show you.
Troy's.
So this was their door that we decorated, and
Those are the birthday hats and they come off because they're just magnets, which is cool. And so they're getting ready to do
They're going to
the
Norway.
fjords.
Yeah, the
Doody.
fjords.
So we're gonna I'm gonna make Viking hats, little Viking hats that go over the ear. So that's gonna be that. Oh, that looks like fun. So when are we going to have an episode about Roth IRAs and 401? So it's funny you should mention
Wait,
that because
Whoa. I'm
because
confused. Wait, why did he say that?
he just guessed. I have no idea. I didn't say anything because when we were waiting to go up into the aqua, this is funny.
This is creepy.
Because when we were waiting to go down the slide, the old people that she was talking about,
One of the older couples was there.
there was this. They struck up a conversation with this dude and his son. The son, of course, was just a human yo-yo, but all they were talking about was that. And
Yes.
Hailey's like, "Oh, this is what I want to do when I go on
I was
vacation."
like, why does anyone want to talk about this on vacation? Talking about 401ks. And I'm like, and Roth IRA. Roth
Yeah.
IRAs. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the frick is happening?
Yeah, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was so weird.
Thank you.
What's he talking about?
He's screwing with you. He's giving you a hard time
I'm confused. Why?
because it's what he does.
He
It's
said
okay.
he wasn't going to do that.
I know, but he's doing it anyways. It's okay. Anyways, so yeah, so that was the cruise. That was the fun. This week you're starting your first week, so next week we get to talk about your first paid gig. I'm excited about that. Whatever else fun and excitement comes out of the week that we have to look forward to. We hope you have a fantastic week. Woo! That came out of my nose.
Ew. Oh. No, it didn't.
Just pause.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's
as I was
disgusting.
saying, I hope I'm pretending I was on the boat with you.
Yeah,
Um,
creep.
You're so sad. Anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic week. Welcome back to the world, as they say. I don't know what else. See you guys next Sunday. That's all it is. There's just random stuff flying around in here. You got anything, Hailey?
I made a dress for this cruise.
Oh, you did.
I
That's
made
right.
a whole dress and I wore it.
Yes, you did.
That was kind of fun.
It was kind of
They
fun.
didn't even say anything about my dress.
That you made a dress? Then why would they have said anything?
They couldn't say I looked
Daughter
nice.
duo, they're the team for all the time.
I think they did.
No, they didn't.
I think they did.
They
I
did
think I
not.
heard Troy say
Troy would never say that to
Troy
me.
was
Troy's
Troy
so mean to me.
Troy's the nicest man.
He's only nice to me when he says Taylor.
We need help.
When he calls me Taylor, that's when he's being nice. It's true.
He's so nice to her.
He's not nice to me.
He's way nicer.
He's so nice. He's so mean.
He is everyone's too. You mean to him?
No, I'm not. That's English.
Oh no. Whatever.
He hates this song. So rude. This is a great song.
All right, guys, have a wonderful night.
Oh, happy birthday, Aisha.
Yes. B-Day. Bye.